Hi, everybody, and welcome to Cope with Hope. Today, I have the delightful Dr. Shambhavi Alve speaking to me about keeping our boundaries. At this time, we've had such a difficult year where people have been jammed together for days and days and months, not just days. Many are quite fed up of the pandemic now and all the restrictions with it. So I've asked Shambhavi, and I know she has a very fantastic process to help us deal with keeping our boundaries in a skillful manner without hurting each other. Thank you so much, Shambhavi.
There's a wonderful technique which we call as RAIN. Now, RAIN is actually an acronym that we use. So each alphabet stands for a particular step that we do. Right, so we begin with the R now here. So R stands for recognizing. It is about pausing. So just take a pause and recognize what kind of emotion are you experiencing. So in a way, we are trying to label what we are experiencing. A lot of time whenever we experience any discomforting emotion,
Yes,
we tend to shun away from it, and we don't want to face it because it's not very, not very happening. So and it's very discomforting,
yes,
distressing, so we try to just move away. So maybe the first one is very important, where we are recognizing, and the recognition part will only happen if we learn and we inculcate this habit. Initially, yes, more consciously we will have to pause, but
yes,
gradually I think it just comes over into your daily life, where you
yes,
start to learn and take that, unknowingly you start pausing and recognizing what is happening. So once we are able to recognize, name the emotion, label the emotion, the next alphabet is A. And A is about allowing yourself, so acknowledging it. So whatever it is, it can be something as, maybe you're feeling angry, maybe you're feeling hurt, you're feeling jealous. All of these emotions are very, very normal and natural. And maybe being able to experience emotions is more like it's like a superpower each human being has, right? So let it come, let it come, and you let it, you allow it to happen to you. Experience it as it comes, because a lot of time you're taught, right? Do not feel angry, it is wrong, it is bad, you're not supposed to feel jealous. And but these are natural, they're natural emotions, you're bound
yes,
to experience it. And instead of saying, it is bad, or let's not experience it, I think if you go the other way around, where you now let it happen, you experience it, then it will come and it will go as an experience. But if you do not acknowledge it, it is still going to be there, back of the mind, but you're just trying to close your eyes like, oh, it's not there,
yes,
right? So the A is about allowing, A is about acknowledging it. Then we move on to I. And now I is about investigating. So once we have recognized, once we have labeled the emotion, and we have also allowed it to be there just the way it is without really reacting to it, now we investigate, like, where is it coming from? Is the present situation responsible for this emotion? Or is it something about the past? So maybe right now this person says, maybe, it can be a very casual, loose comment the person is making, but and might not be even triggering anything in the present, but maybe something from the past. Oh, you had done something like this 2 months ago as well, or something related to future, like, what if this happens?
yes,
Now all of these are going to trigger emotions like anger if it is coming from the past, or if it is from the future, then it is more about anxiety. And both of these are not related to present. So when these are happening, we can rather investigate, where is it coming from? Are these thoughts really from the present moment? Are they related to what is happening right now? Or am I just trying to, move or slip into the past or future? So investigation is about that. I think journaling becomes a very good activity here, to bring back your thoughts and understand where is it actually wandering, and it gives you a little more charge of your own thoughts.
yes.
And then we have N. From N, we have non identification. So, by non identification, we mean to say that whatever your emotional state right now is, the emotion that you're experiencing, try to bring this realization that that emotion is not defining you. So, it is about non identifying with it. So, a lot of times when we start feeling angry, or you're feeling anxious, we tend to identify that emotion and we start including it as a part of me.
Yeah.
But the moment we realize that it is not really about me, but it is just in this moment that something has happened and I'm experiencing it. So just the way it will pass, that situation will pass, even this emotion is going to pass. It's not going to stay, and it's not going to define me as a person. So it's not about this person is that angry man, angry woman, or a jealous kind. No, we are not these. They are just emotions. They come and they go. But of course, it is different from detachment. So detachment would be completely saying that, oh, I'm not experiencing it. We are not doing that. We are
No.
non-identifying with it. That it is there. It is normal. It is human to experience it. But just the way it has come, it will also pass. And once it's done, you're back into your reality with the present moment. And as a whole, if we could practice this as a technique, as a mindfulness practice, it is a beautiful practice to stay grounded, to be connected to your body and be in the present moment. As simple as that, but it is just, we need to bring that conscious effort initially in the
Fantastic.
early stages.
Yeah.
But as we keep practicing it, it is like we get these new neural pathways, and then it becomes a little easy as compared to the beginning part of it. But it's a
I love
beautiful
it. I love
technique.
it. Just remembering RAIN.
Yeah.
Recognize it, acknowledge that, okay, fine, this is what is happening. I is investigate where it started. Is it happening in now, or was it from the past somewhere, or am I
Yeah.
reflecting it into the future? And the last is non identification. That doesn't mean you're saying, I'm not angry. You say, okay, fine, I'm feeling the anger now, or the jealousy, or the irritability, but that doesn't define me as a person. It's an emotion that is going to change. Oh, it's very wonderful. So it's basically being aware of what is happening.
Yes.
And
Yes.
you said journaling is a very important process of
Technique,
it,
yes.
part of this.
So when we try journaling, a lot of time people mistake it with, or they use this term interchangeably with, oh, I write poems, I write shairis, I like writing. So journaling is not about writing as such,
Yeah.
but journaling is more about penning down your free floating thoughts. The way it comes, you just have to vent it out without really trying to make sense out of what you're writing. So a lot of times the first sentence and the second sentence might not even have any connection, but still there was something about it which triggered the second sentence. So it's just okay to let it come out without analyzing, without judging, or thinking, oh my god, how could I think in this way? You don't have to. You just have to vent it out, pen it down. I always suggest my clients, unless there is some issue with your hands, do not type, do not text or record it. If you can write, make use of your hands, your fingers, because this brings a very different meaning altogether to that activity. The kind of impact it has on your brain is very different as compared to when we are typing or we are recording. Or for some people, they also ask me, we talk to ourselves, is that not similar? No, it's not similar. Journaling is a very, very different technique and very therapeutic. So when we indulge in this, preferably having a time for yourself. So maybe you could, set an alarm of 20 minutes and complete this activity in that 20 minutes. So the moment you know that I have limited time to complete it, all that is important and it is at surface level is going to come out first, and rest of the stuff can wait till next time you sit down. Right, this also helps because otherwise people write for the first day, they will write for hours and hours, maybe run into 20 pages, and by third or fourth day they're like, I
You're
don't
fed
have
up.
anything to write today.
Yes.
So I always suggest, instead of doing that, why not have this, a set time every day, just the way you go for, say, your gym, your physical workout, or maybe you're going to have this medication post lunch. So everything has its own time. So
Yes.
why not have a set time for this activity? Because it is therapeutic and it is very, very useful for your mental health, because it helps you to vent out. And the intention is not really to store these as memories, because a lot of people do it and then they go through and they keep sobbing over it, like, so much of trauma and drama I've had in my life. So no, we do not do that. All we want to do is vent it out, just throw it out of your system. If it's not required, it's not required, that's
Yes.
it. So you can, you can discard those pages, or you can do anything with it, but you don't have to really see or read through it every time.
So journaling is not a diary. It's not
Ha-
about poetry. It's not about creative writing. It's a direct download of therapy to your inner
yes,
self,
yes,
which you don't need to
absolutely.
keep after that.
Not required. No,
And,
if you're
and
using it as a venting
revisit
out, no,
and
no.
revisit.
Oh
Why
yes,
it's
yes.
happened to me?
Oh yes. So a lot of times people have done, and why people, even I think even I have done that as a teenager when I used to write. So
Same
every
here.
time, every
Take it
time,
very seriously.
yeah. So, and whenever you have free time, it's like, okay, going through it, and then you're reliving all those
Yeah.
emotional moments. So
Yes.
it's not required. It's about just throwing it off. Whatever is not required and not important, just vent it out. That's it. So that way, journaling becomes a fantastic tool when it comes to the investigation part of this RAIN technique.
Wow. I love this. It's just free flowing thoughts which are therapeutic for the mind and therapeutic
Yes.
for you.
Yes.
That's wonderful. And this is such an easy technique that
It
anybody can do.
is. It is. It is. It is a wonderful technique, and I think we all should be starting early, right? At least with our the following generations, teach
Yes.
them as early as possible.
Yes.
So you have to be grounded, you have to be humble, but at the same time, you need to reflect these things even to yourselves.
Yes.
Start being humble towards yourself when you're talking about self care. Have this as a very important aspect of the self help or self care concept or aspects that we teach our children. This should be very, very important. As it might sound paradoxical, but actually setting boundaries is about setting yourself free.
Yes.
It is something like that. It's because when we do not set boundaries, even though we might give in to the task or we might just flow with whatever is happening, but it doesn't really get off our minds. So
No.
back of the mind, we are having that conversation. Oh, I should have said no. Why did I do that?
Yes.
So although you are doing it, but at the same time, you are in this internal conflict within yourself. And
Yes.
if this is going to happen, it is going to consume a lot of your resources, which are meant for a situation where we have crisis, we have a threat, a possible danger. So
Yes.
you are somewhere investing all your resources into a hypothetical danger or a crisis situation.
Yes.
And if that happens, it definitely is going to affect your overall, immunity, your physical
Absolutely.
wellness.
Yes.
So that this is how this, a very small simple concept, but it can have such an with such a strong impact on your overall wellness, I feel.
Yes.
you know
Yes. Absolutely. I'm going to start journaling from tomorrow. For sure.
Today.
From today. Exactly. That's better. Why tomorrow? I've got the time today. And I like this 20 minutes. Just put on your
Yeah.
alarm and write whatever comes.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you so much, Shambhavi. And
Welcome.
I really think a lot of people will benefit from this. And this won't be the last time I'm going to pester you. Because
No
I really
problem.
like your techniques. By the way, you did a fab shake up. I'm a great one for that. I'm a great one about putting on music and just dancing it all out. I think it's fantastic.
And that is something what I've learned from my dogs.
Yeah.
If you observe animals,
Yes.
always see they try to shake themselves off.
Yeah. Yes.
And this concept was made more I gained this awareness while I was doing this animal assisted therapy course, where I was told by my mentor that animals do not do it for just for the fun, but they're
Yes.
trying to clear their aura when they're doing it. So
Yes.
if you try to hug hug them, or the people trying to pet them,
Yes,
they try to do that.
yes,
That is like
yeah,
shaking off the unwanted energy,
yeah,
and that is how I was trying to read more about it, and where I gained more awareness, like, okay, even we can be doing this. So it was
yeah.
just an attempt at that.
But I love it because I've done it as a teenager all the time, like the shake up,
Yes.
and I'm a great believer. I used to do it in all my courses. I make everybody get up and shake
Yeah.
out all the, all that lethargy that we feel. And I think during the lockdown, it was very important to do.
Definitely,
Wake up and
definitely.
shake up.
Yes, absolutely.
So thank you so much, Shambhavi, and I'll call you for more. I really love the simple and the very deep processes because this is not to be taken lightly. It's actually a very deep
Absolutely.
process.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Welcome, and thank you for having me. I really hope it benefits the viewers, and they do
Yes,
follow it, and
I'm sure they will.
use it in their daily life.
I'm sure they will. Thank you very much. Bye.
Welcome. Bye bye.
Before you go, don't forget to press the like button. Do subscribe to my channel and share with all your friends. Thank you for your love and support. Bye.